think that I think it's more so like, but the common conversation I have with my male peers about the females now is like they in the females are in this place where it's like they expect it and they deserve shit, but it's like what the fuck, what is left in love and relationships for men? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know if that's like a weak thing to be saying, but it's like I'm at that place where it's like, what about me? You know what I'm saying? Like I know that I got, if a nigga breaking this house right now, I gotta jump in front of everything. No matter we got a fucking a machete, a water gun, or a machine gun.
Right.
I gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's under and guess what? My body is made up of the same shit your body made up of. You know what I'm saying? And I still gotta do that. Ain't nothing no different. What, I'm gonna whip my dick out and swing the bullets away? Like, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like we the same, we the
Look at
same. We 66% water. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, the bullets gonna hit me like they gonna hit you. Like that knife gonna cut through me like it's gonna cut through you. But that goes with the understanding and knowing that's my role. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I ain't gonna lie, as a man in a relationship with the like with the this era, I just be feeling like it's a lot of miscommunication. It's like it's a lot of everybody, don't nobody want to compromise it, or don't nobody want to, yeah, no nobody want to compromise. Like it's time to go out and eat. You want tacos, I want chicken. We going to a taco place. How about we go to a taco place that serve chicken? You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
why everybody can't win? Why you want some head and I want some head? Why I gotta go first, or why I gotta be, it's so one-sided? Fuck, if you don't like, if you don't want to feel like giving up the head by yourself and you want to get some head, 69. It's solutions to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Really solutions to this shit. But motherfuckers, I think it's the motherfuckers don't want to feel like they giving more than they getting from a situation. And that's not how this shit supposed to work. You gotta give all you got.
See,
And then
I
after that,
have
you gotta give some more.
I've been there, man. I'm not gonna say I passed that, but I've worked to have communication, so we won't deal with shit like that, because it's like, look, I'm doing everything to make you happy, but in the juxtaposed to that is you supposed to be doing everything to make me happy, right? And then
And,
we both gonna be happy.
and not
You
the shit
understand?
that you want, and not the shit that you want to do to make me happy. The shit that I want to be done for me to make me happy is when it matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I don't want. It's a thin line between being ungrateful about a shit, being grateful and ungrateful. It's a very thin line. You know what I'm saying? Like when you going in and if you do some shit for a person, like if you do some shit for a person or a person do some shit for you, it's kind of it's almost a little hard. I want to say for a motherfucker to really want to accept the shit, but then again, it shouldn't be like motherfucker. If I went out my way to plan this shit, that's one thing. But like when it comes to it all the time, or a motherfucker think they know what you like my girl, in my mind personally, I would think that if my girl would wanted to describe me, that she would think I want sex all the time. But I'm like, it's not that. I'm not even that sexually driven until like some mostly provoked almost at these days. Like I got control is what I'm saying. Like I ain't just, I can go in a strip club and not be in this joint fiending. Like I'm here because it's the environment. You know what I'm saying? Like even when it come down to like just little, I don't know. To me, it'd be the little shit. Like no funny, the most clever song within the last 20 years of my life, the most clever song that I feel like females need to listen to is Usher Trading Places. One night, give your nigga that one night out the month, and the rest of your month gonna be good. For one
Not,
night,
not all, not all of us are trained like this. I don't know. That nigga was sounding like he's about to get motherfucking bent over.
it did sound like he was about to get. It did sound like he wanted to get
Oh,
spanked.
I was
But
like, hold up.
I can't really take. I didn't take the song like that. We could talk about how these songs go all day, and how niggas taking it, because
I was
we
like,
had a
oh,
discussion of
what's
Frank
going
Ocean shit.
down, Ursher? What's going on now, Ursher?
Nah, but pretty much though, you get what I'm saying though. Like take
I
me out
do,
every
I
night.
do, I
You
do,
feel
I
me?
do.
Pull up on me. Let me. I'm gonna get fly for you. Don't worry about. I'm gonna put that shit on. You feel me? I'm
Right.
gonna smell good, lineups, all. I'm gonna do everything I gotta do. You feel me? But fuck, I might go get my teeth whitened for the date. You feel me? Like fuck with me though.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, just sometimes, like, a lot of times in our community, we don't know how to express, you know what I'm saying, caring and love and like vulnerability. It's like you can't, it's like even in the delivery of telling somebody what you want, how you deliver it is a big thing with that. Like you can have a conversation and you can have an argument. You know what I mean? It's like, look, I would prefer this. You know what I'm saying? We could do this. Like one big thing I try to do is give my people's options. Like we used to go back and forth, like the food thing had touched on earlier. Oh my God, man. Like it was gonna end over fucking picking a meal. And it's like
that's always the like determining factor for any relationship that I'm in is the indecisiveness over the food.
So, but we worked it out where it's like, all right, either one of us will send the one, we'll find some stuff we like, give us 2 or 3 options. Like, all right, because I'm cool with either, because you like whatever. All right, I give you 3 options. You want to go here, or here? Pick one. I'm cool with these. You pick one, and then they still feel like they have choice in the matter. You know what I mean? And it's something that you already cool with. That's what I do now. That's what we do for each other now. You know what I'm saying? It's
see, for the most part now, that's easier because like of my dietary restrictions. Like I don't, like I'm not gonna really want to go to a steakhouse because I don't eat beef.
Mm-hmm.
Pork is off the table off rip, so we don't even gotta talk about that. But I don't eat beef. And then like I'm like mostly me and her, the one thing that I can say is, niggas like fucking seafood type shit. Like that's what it is. So it ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? It's like get in order what you want. Then you want rockfish today, or you want crab legs, or you want the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but it's
I said rockfish because that shit is good. I just want to throw that out there for niggas that's watching the podcast.
It's like for us though, we like just had so many options, like you couldn't even choose, and it's like I want to, and we talked about this shit. It's like I want to do something that make you happy, you want to do something to make me happy, but we fighting to do that for each other so bad that we actually arguing.
We bumping heads, yeah, and it's like when the shit really ain't that deep. But that's when it comes to it comes to somebody to just step back. And I don't mean to sound condescending when I do this, but like I'll step back like, yo, this shit's stupid. Like this shit dumb. It's dumb. Like it's like when you realize it, because it at what point do like only time that it's recognized is after the anger subsides, and then it's like, oh, it's stupid. How about in the midst of the anger or when it's building, you realize, oh man, dumb. We already had this argument before.
Exactly.
Like this argument but that's the thing, that's the thing that like I started to realize, like just dealing with people is like people was who they was before you got here. Every individual is shaped by their own experiences, and and life is every bit of life when it comes to interacting with another life form is perspective. Because you could be coming, I'm gonna say this for example, so anybody that's listening, don't try to make an excuse, right? An animal in the wild is caught in a trap, right? It's hurting, it's dying. I come along, I see it, I'm trying to help the animal. That animal is maybe perceiving me as a what though?
A threat.
But my perspective is I see what? A hurt animal bleeding, and I'm coming to assist. That animal, when I reach down, he's trying to gnaw at me and shit. He's trying to hurt me, thinking I'm trying to hurt him when he already hurting and I'm trying to free him. You know what I'm saying? And all of that goes to back to perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfuckers be like the texting shit. The texting shit is the biggest miscommunication. Anybody who think I text you and that does not even equate to any communication skills, because you can text or whatever. That is the weakest form of communication, if you ask me. Even if I'm angry, I would rather call you and let you hear my anger so you can hear what level it is. Because what you might read in a text message as this nigga at a 10 might be a 4. You know, because I'm a text a nigga that use periods, commas, exclamation marks. I know how to write. So that's why I'm like that. So, but motherfuckers perceive me like, I remember a few years ago, they used to say I had bad etiquette. Because when I be in group chats and shit, I be like, yeah, period. And they think that that's like me. People was taking that as me being like a smart ass. But I was like, I mean, yeah, that's it. Like, yeah, period. That's it. Like, hit the space giant twice and then adds the period for me. That's a habit. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, Grammarly says it's supposed to be this type shit. Like, the fuck. But a lot of this shit be miscommunication. Or motherfuckers, another problem is over communicating. You know what I'm saying? The over
Give me an example.
communicating, creates problems too. When motherfuckers want to keep talking and they not listening to each other and they realize that they like when motherfuckers don't get to realize that they saying the same fucking thing a different way. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
they
Motherfucker
not
like,
hearing each other.
yeah,
But
you
see, that's
motherfucker,
not
it's not
really
you.
communicating.
No. Not when they not hearing each other. When it's like you'll be saying something to me and I agree with you, and I'm like, yeah, da, 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 da. Like, why are we pouring? Like, it's not a building thing. We just pouring into something that's about to overflow for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's too much communication about certain shit. Like, some things don't need to be spoken about. You know what I'm saying? All the time. Like, I don't know. Like, I just think that this with in a relationship or with any people, like it just need to be a moderate level of communication. So I think a lot of this shit, like 70% need to be verbal, and 30% of that shit need to be you reading and getting to understand. Like, when this nigga says shit, that shit is I dropped something, I stumped my toe. Not I'm angry as shit. Oh, here this nigga go again. He mad at the world. Like, you gotta read motherfuckers and understand and know what's really what. You know what I'm saying? People just be taking shit when it trigger them to put up a shield, they just automatic blocking. It's no more communication. No more communication. And then it's just bullshit and fights. Like, but my biggest thing though, I want to say my biggest thing, and I've been wanting to ask y'all this for weeks. It's crazy that we just getting around to this topic though. But it's like it was like basically how do y'all feel about, just the conditions of like the positions of men in relationships now, especially with the agenda, like how they have, redefined masculinity. I don't really like this new definition, whatever it is. Like, masculinity has always been, in my eyes, had always been portrayed as men being protectors and providers. But like now, it's almost to the point where niggas look like it's like if you're not a tricking ass nigga, you not no man.
Yep.
I'm gonna say that the most rawest way for anybody that watch this shit, cause like that's what I mean. I feel like I'm masculine. I'm not gonna like it's not no I'm as masculine as they come. I'm a man. I know I got a sack between my legs. I know, you know what I'm saying? I know what I know. I'm a man. You feel me? Like I'm a whole male out this bitch. Like I'm a do what I'm supposed to do. I hold doors. I say thank you. You know what I'm saying? I'm nice. Ma'am, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Like it's all
So,
that, but it's like
I'm gonna jump
go
in.
ahead.
The reason they feel like if you ain't tricking, you ain't no man, because they never dealt with a real man. They never dealt with a person that really fulfills those needs. So they feel like the only way you can talk to them or conversate with them if you gotta buy them. But nah, if you a real man, it ain't I ain't gotta give you money. Like we gonna make money. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna build together. Like it's not gonna be no you fucked up because I'm taking care of shit. But in the midst of that, we gonna build more and have more. A lot
So
of motherfuckers ain't never been with no real man. It's not a lot of real men out. It's a lot of chicks running around. So they ain't got no other man. It's only 1 out of 4 black women ever gonna get married. So what the fuck they want?
you know what's so crazy too? Another thing that I think that is like ridiculous, like when you it's the like when you see the wokeness or the like awareness of people on like via social media, like everybody's so woke, like yeah, black people, we were slaves and we this, and if you we get the bad water, we get the bad medicine, we get the bad vegetables, like we get all the bad shit, right? They basically would acknowledge we get the shit into the stick, but then don't acknowledge the fact that like certain positions that we in, like you'll have a relationship where the woman makes more than a man, so it's like the woman job like be feeling like, well, I don't need this nigga because I basically provide more, but money is not the only provision. You know what I'm saying? Like the only way to even provide anything. Like it's other shit that gotta be provided
Bro,
that you can't go to
I've
work
had the
for or have a
conversation.
business
I
for.
promise you, I've had the conversation, and it's like, to if you never experienced it, you don't even understand what it is until you don't have it no more. Like I promise you, any girl I was with, they want to be with me right now. They married, whatever. That I promise you. Because if you when you have it, to lose it, you don't understand what you had. Because it ain't a lot of real leaders that's leading them spiritually. You know what I mean? That's motivating. That's taking care of the stuff. You know what I mean? That's not
Yeah.
doing they don't it ain't
That's a lot of things that's one thing too that you the segue to that when you said spiritually, that's something else that I think that be missing in relationships too. Like couples don't even be praying together. And I think and I say that from my own experience. I never prayed with nobody I ever been with. And I feel like none of the relationships work. And I feel like the common factor is, bro, we'll talk about God, but then we deal with God like we worship at two different gods when in my mind we have no in my mind, I'm a realist, okay? Like I'm a realist. It's one God, okay? I don't care what religion you in. The realist thing about all of this shit, whether my religion is right, your religion is right, the Jews are right, the Buddhists are right. One thing is for sure, is one God, okay? That created everything. That is the start and the end to everything. You feel what I'm saying? That's one thing that's for sure. We ain't gonna argue about that. So with me having that
but
understanding,
see, the thing about that is it's a lot of people that will argue with you about that. They don't believe that.
but you don't. In my mind though, you don't have. I don't like how I feel it. Like how I feel like I have no choice but to believe that because I feel like this had to start with something way more intricate than myself. As complex as I am, God has to be like infinitely
Now,
more
I'm just
complex than
arguing
that.
a point because I believe in one God, but I'm just saying, like, it's people that believe that it could have been, multiple beings or whatever created simultaneously, or
I mean, well, even I mean, all right. So I'm not going. I'm gonna narrow it down because I deal with normal people like at the average black
why
that
you
would say
say
they Christian
they add
because like I ain't never grew up to nobody that worship Odin. You feel me? Like there are Odinists, but I don't know people that worship that. I know about Zeus. I know about Apollo and shit, but I don't know no one that worship these people. Like like in my mind, we look at them.
I'm
We
saying
look
like
at
if
them
you
like fucking
no,
Marvel characters.
I'm saying no, if you Hindu, you believe in a pantheon of gods.
Right.
So that's billions of people.
But I don't deal with no Hindus though. I'm talking about the people that I'm gonna deal with. I'm gonna just tell you this. If I sit down with you, we certain things is gonna make us not mesh anyway. You know what I'm saying? Generally, if I want to deal with a female, she gonna come from a Christian or a Muslim background.
Okay.
You
I
I don't
got
know
you.
how
I
other
got what you. I
other
got what you mean.
yeah,
I got what you mean. I got what you saying.
yeah,
No, I
like
got what you
it's
saying. I
gonna
got what you
it,
saying.
and that's because of two reasons. Because I feel like our law is closer to the same, even a Jew, but I just don't see the likelihood of me dealing with a you know what I'm saying with a Jewish person, a Jewish female. I never get I don't see the likelihood of that happening. So basically she gonna be black and then she gonna be either Christian or Muslim. You feel me? Come from one of the two. And generally, when you black, you gonna have at some point in your life your uncle, your cousin, your brother, somebody, especially being from DC, was in your family was Muslim, and you grew up on the Baptist Methodist tip. You feel what I'm saying? You wasn't. It's rare to meet like a real Jehovah Witness for it, because everybody kind of be around the same shit for it. Like so, with that being said, like I don't it if you Christian, then I'm gonna look at you like, all right, so you believe you can say that you believe Jesus is the Son of God, okay, but God did create Jesus though, right? So God is the top boss, right? Yeah, so that we on the same page. The other stuff that you got that you want to believe in, that we where we defer. we gonna just defer there and agree to disagree. You feel what I'm saying? But you is saying that God is the top one, right? Yeah, all right, that's what I'm saying. But you don't even have people that'll sit down and take the time and be like, really set that shit up and had it. I'm saying that even myself not having like assume that responsibility. Like I will get up in the morning, I pray by myself, but I feel like I don't do enough praying in front of everybody for them to feel not that I have to, but like sometimes you gotta be an example to people, and if a person feel like, well, what is your spirituality done for you to make you better? You know what I'm saying? To make me want to have to follow you as a person or whatever the case is. Like that's where I feel like a lot of the basis is missing in these relationships, because it's like now it's like, oh, you got a car, you got money, like you got can go, is we gonna travel? It's like, damn, like can I get to know you first? Can I be broke with your ass for a minute? I'm a little fucked up right now, but I'm attracted to you, and I'm willing to I'm willing to be a man and give you what I got and build if you're willing to build on me too. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's what it's like. I think like 21 Savage had said it one time, like a nigga gonna meet a broke female and invest into that and build that up. But a female not gonna meet a broke nigga. And these girls say, oh, I was fucking with this nigga, he was broke. Nah, you was just sweet. Like, cause a female will meet a nigga with zero ambition and invest a lot into him. Then by the time I would have met her in my life at any given point, and I'm as ambitious as they come. I'm talking about goal oriented. I hit goals. Sometimes I hit goals I didn't even set. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to tell people I manifest things until I came up with my new theory on manifestation. That's a whole nother conversation though. But I'm just saying, like a female will meet a nigga with that even ain't nobody got their shit together, but there's got enough right here in front of him to do something with and don't want to build on that. She want to take from that nigga like, oh yeah, you got a car, you got an apartment, all right, where do I fit in to be able to get some of that? I want some of that money to shop with. I want some of that money to buy bags with and to go travel with, you know what I'm saying, to drink with, to eat with. I'm not speaking on nobody in particular. This is just a general conversation as from a nigga with a perspective of this shit. But I feel like it'd be a whole lot of, I'm ready to take when it comes down to certain niggas instead of, you know what, this nigga he got a popcorn business. Instead of wanna go and I'm gonna go and throw him this big ass party. How about I'm gonna give this nigga 5,000, not for no shoes, and sit the nigga down. Hey, this 5,000 is for business, my nigga. Like I want to see my shit back. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be fucking with each other. I want to see my money back. Not like I want it back from you. I want to see that you gonna invest it and do right with it. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers don't sit down and really have these conversations. Just like, what can I get while I'm here? And that I don't even like that vibe. Like I'm to the point where when I'm dealing, it's like, like I don't really like spending the bread. I be ready to just be like, let's stack this shit the fuck up to the fucking ceiling, literally to the ceiling. Like I want to be able to go get it in cash and bring it in the house, and we ain't gotta put it on the ground. But that bitch, I'm a pile it to the ceiling, let it fall everywhere, lay on it, all because that shit I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But you can't. I don't want to do that with no fake bread. I want real life go in a safe. I got deeds to deeds to. You know what I'm saying? We stacking illest shit up, just really getting to it, like, cause I don't want to wait. I'm just like, I don't know about everybody else, but like once I hit 30, bro, I woke up that morning and fucking cried, and like real life was like grateful, like young, you 30 years old, bro. No, nobody smoked your ass. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You was able to go on the streets, come back out this shit. You know what I'm saying? You was able to, you done had your heart broke. You was able to find love, get your heart broken, love again. Like life, you didn't live lives that some niggas done got that only had one chance or no chance to even live. You done this shit.
Bro, that's so look, how you I know I didn't say this shit, but how you felt at 30, that's how I felt when I turned 16, 18, 21, 25. Shit, by the time when I turned 25, I was like, that's when I was like, all right, I need to start planning some shit because I didn't made it farther than I thought. Like this shit.
No. So no bullshit.
That's when I turned
about. I turned 25. I turned 25 in the feds, right? So I'm already in prison. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm already there. Like I have the whole literal year of 2016 from New Year's to New Year's, I was in jail. You feel me? I was when 21 Savage and Bobby Shmurda and all them came, I was locked. You feel me?
Mhm.
So like I missed the whole which is what my era considers to be the best summer ever. I missed that motherfucker.
I
The
was
best
already.
year ever. You feel me? So like,
That was the
but
best
with
year
that,
ever.
that's what people say. That's what people like. A lot of people say, like, that's when I guess I don't know. People
I
say
had a
that. Like,
lot of late years. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, like me, I get it in. I get it in when I get it in. I don't give a fuck which year it
I
is.
got
As long,
it was fun.
long as long as I'm still here, I'm gonna get it in.
I was that. It was fun.
But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Like, I real life had to learn a lot about myself being away. And like you said, I came up with it and like was like, you know what, nigga, you gotta sit down and come up with a plan. And like once I locked in, I want to say between like 26 when I came home and now,
Mhm.
especially doing the podcast, like most of my growth came when I started doing this because we had to fill an hour for me to find shit to talk about to the point where it was like, all right,